As of 2024, Santa is alleged to be 1753 years old. Just imagine how many trips he must have made around the earth by now. But did you also know that Santa's been caught on camera numerous times? Either gliding through the sky on his sleigh or tiptoeing around people's living rooms. Join us as we discuss the top 10 times Santa Claus has been caught on camera. Number 10. A daylight sighting. This sighting was captured in the bright light of the daytime, and there is no doubt that it is absolutely real. In the video, the sleigh can be easily seen along with a pack of reindeer pulling on it and a giant bag of goodies packed tightly at the far end. But why was this sleigh pictured in the daytime? Well, perhaps Santa had forgotten to deliver a present to this one little girl, and nighttime was over. So he had to quickly make a run for it in broad daylight. Yes, only Santa would risk being caught because of his love for all the children, and he couldn't bear not giving the little girl her present. Number 9. Santa forgets his bag. Now, on this next clip, there is another example of the infinite magic of Santa. Two teenagers were at home, and although they were a little too old to be receiving gifts from Santa, Santa was still nice enough to pay them a visit. Little did he know, though, that they would catch him on camera or he might not have come. At first, they saw Santa placing gifts under their Christmas tree, which went on for a little while before he finally disappears. His work there was done, or was it? Just moments after Santa had left, the two teenagers went near the fireplace and found a bag of goodies that he had mistakenly left. But just as one of the two teenagers was about to touch the bag, it magically disappeared into thin air. Perhaps Santa finally noticed something was missing and summoned it back to himself. Whatever the case may be, I'm just glad that we got to experience more of the magic of Christmas Eve. Santa sure surprised these two teenagers with a shocking move, and he can be such a tease sometimes. Number 8. Magically teleported Santa. Now, if you had magic in your bones, wouldn't you use it to go wherever you wanted? Never have to walk again? Santa's philosophy is about going from home to home while delivering gifts. Until now, we've seen a lot of videos where Santa teleports in and out of homes with the utmost of ease and convenience. And for an older man like Santa, it's definitely a great arrangement. In the next video, Santa can be seen teleporting into the house next to the Christmas tree with footage that prove it all. It seems as though Santa just jumped into the air at one place and landed in another. Santa delivers the presents that he came to deliver, and then just as he's about to leave, he spots a peculiar thing on the Christmas tree. There's an elf on the shelf buried deep within the tree, and from the looks of it, Santa seems to be quite taken back by it. In fact, he likes it so much that he takes it off of the tray and puts it in his pocket. What do you know? This family gave Santa a gift as well, albeit unknowingly. Number 7. A gift made of magic. In the next video, Santa would be captured using actual magic to make presents on the spot. Maybe his elves had forgotten about this particular home and had yet to make the presents beforehand, leaving Santa no choice but to use his magic to make the presents. And little did they know, this father and daughter duo had installed a security camera in their living room which caught the entire thing. In the clip, you can see Santa moved his hands around, create green sparks, and then move around the Christmas tree before finally transforming into presents. But that's not all. When the father saw how Santa was standing in their living room, he called out to him and began to start running towards him, and that's when Santa ran for the door and quickly disappeared into thin air, leaving only a few carrots on the ground. It's interesting to see some magical presents that Santa created just as his magic clone. Number 6. Santa being uncharacteristically loud. Everyone knows that Santa is a quiet visitor who makes the least amount of noise so that no one will wake up and find him on his mission to deliver presents to all the children of the world. But in the next video, you're not going to find Santa being as quiet as you're used to seeing him. At first, he comes in with a bag full of goodies and stands in front of the Christmas tree admiring it. Then sniffs some yummy delights and finds cookies and milk under the tree. We all know that Santa loves cookies and he dives right in. When he's done munching, Santa stands up again to take out his presents, but saying as though he's been doing that all night. He must have been tired and uses magic to unpack the gifts and place them under the Christmas tree. This would be captured in the footage as the whole thing happened instantly, and we wish that we could also swish our hands in the air and make objects move, but alas, none of us are Santa Claus. Number 5. Star or Santa? The next clip is nothing short of magical because what initially was thought to be a star actually turned out to be Santa instead. And who is Santa if not a star? The person recording the video began to gain interest in the star when he noticed that it was getting bigger and shining brighter than ever. Once he began recording the video, star just kept getting bigger and bigger, and it was as if it was coming right towards him. This was until later that the star was so big that the person realized that it was actually Santa Claus on his sleigh, since it was also Christmas Eve. Later he began to see the sleigh up close, but the camera only caught a slight glimpse because it was shining so bright. Once again, Santa was the star of Christmas, and this time it was almost too literal. Number 4. Santa on the Moon. At number 4, we have yet another sleigh sighting for you, this time against the backdrop of the bright blue light of the moon. Sighted somewhere in America, this video was captured on New Year's Eve. Just as night was falling and all of the children were heading to bed for a night of deep sleep, meanwhile, Santa would be caught in action trying to reach all of the homes in time. The sleigh was as usual accompanied by a big bag of goodies, reindeer, and Santa Claus himself. Although the scene was far from the camera, the sleigh can be seen in the video. This is proof that Santa exists, and with Christmas around the corner, you might be the next person to catch the sleigh in the sky. Number 3. Training reindeer. Have you ever wondered what Santa does when he's not out in the world delivering presents? Eating cookies and drinking milk? After all, Christmas Eve only comes once a year, and for the rest of the year, Santa has to prepare. One big part of preparing for Christmas is for Santa to train his reindeer so that they can fly him around the world without a hiccup. And in this next video, Santa would be captured trying to train his reindeer in a frosty part of the woods. He's seen sitting in the sleigh with ropes in hand, trying to guide his reindeer through the frosty path. After all, it's only a safety precaution that the reindeer are trained to safely travel in the sky so that he can reach all of the children in the world on time and make Christmas a special day. So there you have it. Now you know what Santa does when he's not out distributing presents in the world. Number 2. Fireworks Santa. In the next video, something shocking occurred. This might be one of the best proof of Santa's existence to have ever been caught on camera. Two boys were out on Christmas Eve. having fun near a lake when they spotted something amazing in the sky. They saw Santa's sleigh being pulled across the sky by his reindeers. But this time, there was something special about it. Unlike those other times when the sleigh was spotted in the sky, this time the sleigh was leaving a trail that seemed to be made out of stardust itself, leaving behind a lot of shimmers. This may be because of the magical fuel that Santa uses in his flying buggy, but the scene is no doubt remarkable. Of course, soon the sleigh disappeared completely from the sky, but we're just glad the two boys caught it on camera for the rest of the world to see. Number 1. Out in the daylight, finally we have a different clip that's ever been seen before. The person filming the video was taking a trip to ski lot and trying to film people skiing on the frosty cliffs from inside the passing train. This was when he caught something truly magnificent passing outside of the train just as he headed into the tunnel. That's when he saw a sleigh pass by directly on top of the train, and no person in history has ever caught a sleigh this close up before. I have no doubt that this must have been an exhilarating experience when a person came out of the tunnel from the other side. The sleigh was nowhere to be found. I'm super thrilled that this person had their camera on, because just imagine if it didn't, you would have missed out on this incredible experience. Whether it's the light of day or the dead of night, Santa has been seen by the public eye far too many times to be fictitious. After watching all these videos, you certainly believe that he's real. But do you?